guess what? We're live.
Hey, guess what? It's Jess the Ska Kid. It's Thursday night, and it's the interview portion of the show. Previous to this video was the live performance by this band, which is Publicity Stunt. Yay, I didn't even trip over any of my words this time. So welcome, and we'll do introductions, your name, and what it is you do in the band. I'm just going to sing-song the whole interview.
My name's Trace. I play lead rhythm and do backup vocals.
Mike plays drums.
I'm Adam. I lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
I'm Drew. I do bass and backing vocals.
Mike also does vocals, even though he negated to say that part. But this, I think, is one of the first bands that we've had on that everybody in the band sings. So that's pretty unique. What led you guys to establishing that as something within your group?
Over the summer last year, we played a lot of shows that needed to be like kind of family friendly, and it was just Mike, Drew, and I for a fair amount of those shows, and we had learned a bunch of covers like Last Train to Clarksville and some Beatles stuff and Green Day stuff, and we hadn't, honestly, before this year we hadn't even really tried doing backup vocals, and yeah, it just kind of was from learning new songs that we started doing that.
Yeah, we hadn't done them live.
Mm-hmm.
So you had made mention when you arrived here that this is your first time as a whole group in Wisconsin, your first time here ever in this state. So how long has this inception of the band... Oh no, Corona!
Ah!
Now you gotta drink. It's a game.
Spotted cow.
Now you gotta drink.
So how long has this been a band, all of you together?
The four of us started midsummer, but like also was kind of off and on. But it's been like this full. Drew started playing with us. What, in the spring or the end of the winter last year?
Yeah, I think it was like, around that time. Yeah.
It was like the end of winter for. Sorry, the year starts and ends with winter, so it was like.
It does. January or December. You got a few months in between.
I can't remember if it was like March or like April or what month it was.
That's spring, man.
I can't remember what month it was.
Mike.
Alright,
Yeah.
so Adam and I have been, I met him in middle school, and then we've been playing together about since then, in 7th grade. We needed at one point, Adam and I were playing together, and it was really us two of the band, and we had a literal list of bassists.
Yeah.
And we would call them up in order and see who was available. Trace was one of them. And then at one point, no one was available. Drew had hit us up after we played the LaPorte County Fair and was like, "Hey, I really like you guys. Like, hey, how would you like to play bass with us?" Because at one point we actually needed a bassist so bad that we texted the bassist of the touring band we're playing with in Indianapolis. 3 hours from our home, and he learned our songs on the way to the venue and played with us.
Wow. That's awesome.
I'm trying to remember the name of that band.
Infinite Signal.
Infinite Signal.
Yeah, from Indianapolis, I believe.
I wore their shirts. It does not fit.
When did you first play with us?
Dude, it was like 2012.
Yeah.
This guy just showed up and was like, "Hey."
Actually, I showed up to a
Just
practice.
shreds.
They were straight up like, "Hey, we're gonna have practice. You want to come jam?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they were like, "All right, load your stuff." And I'm like, "What?" We just played like 3 songs. And they're like, "Yeah, we're going to play a show right now." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I go to the show and they're like, "Set up. You ready to play?" And I'm like,
I don't remember that.
"Oh man, I remember that because I was like, dude, I don't know any of your songs." You're like, "Ah, you'll get them." And then I jammed with them on bass for like a long time. And then I switched over to guitar, probably in like 2014, 2015, and then on and off playing guitar all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met Drew when he was still in high school, and we
He's
decided
not
we
still
were
in high
like,
school?
No, we were like,
I may look like it.
we
He
didn't
said
want to like.
bang.
I swear,
We
I
just
eat
wanna-
all the time. Like, everybody thinks I'm like 15. But honestly, I'm 23.
He's the baby.
We didn't let him lie. He's 15.
We didn't want to corrupt him, and then he gets in college and he like does more drugs than everybody else.
Turns out he does all the shit I didn't want to be a bad influence about.
Yeah.
Oh.
His dad actually told us, no, it's cool. Like just
His dad gave you permission to corrupt him?
yeah.
Wow, do you remember that? Does anybody remember anything about this band?
It's been over 10 years.
You're all
It's just
living
kind
in
of
separate
It's
timelines?
just yeah.
Some
So-
Doctor Who stuff.
So, how did you acquire your name? Because you can use it as any excuse ever as a way to market yourself. We're late. That was the publicity stunt. We're dying. That's a publicity stunt.
Slowly from coronavirus, we all are.
Right?
We were
I was
supposed to
in patient
play.
zero. I couldn't breathe like at the time.
Yeah, we were supposed to play here in December, and
I know.
what happened? You
It was a CD release that didn't happen. See?
I came
I
down.
remember.
We were doing pictures. We were doing our Christmas card pictures with our ugly sweaters, and I came down with really, really bad bronchitis. I've been an asthmatic like my whole life, and it was the first time that inhalers or breathing treatments didn't help anything. My oxygen was below 90, whatever, where they put the little thing on your finger and it
Your
reads
blood
it.
ox.
Blood ox, yeah. It was below 90. It was like 83 when I first got there.
That's bad.
It was not awesome.
Yeah, you were in the hospital
For a
In a
week.
week, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he couldn't jack off there. He was trying to figure it out.
I
His
mean,
camera's
you can,
stuck.
but when you
I
got the
said
blood
the
ox
same
on, then it just gums everything
I
up.
said the same thing. He's like, they tied up my one arm. He's like, well, use the other arm. He's like, there's cameras
That's
in
where
here.
my
I'm like,
IV
screw the
was.
cameras. What are they gonna do?
It's where the
What are they gonna
IV
tell you to
was.
stop?
I just couldn't get
Sir, could you please, we're trying to take your pulse, if you could just stop jacking off for a second. Can I finish? Can I just finish? I'm sorry.
I couldn't get a grip because the IV was in my hand. So, I'm so like needles. I just didn't want to close my hand.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that.
To answer your original question.
Yeah, how'd you get the name Publicity? All of this is wonderful, by the way.
Before it was like me and Mike playing together, I was trying to do Publicity Stunt and had just a couple other friends playing with me, and we did an audition for a talent show in our for middle school, and my
I
friend
played in that.
Really?
Yeah, Park School.
No, not Park School.
Oh, okay,
It
different
was a
one.
bigger one where me and John.
Corona.
Yeah.
That's like 3 or 4.
Not the same beer.
Exactly, look
Off
at
into
that.
Extra.
Your sputum is dangerous up for 5 weeks in your body. Fun fact.
Long story short, this girl that I was trying to date was like, "This is like a publicity stunt or something." And I was like, "That's a better name than whatever the hell."
Pride
it's
of
called."
America.
Yeah, that was the very, very first name. That was after a Saliva song. Back when I thought I liked the band Saliva.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Oh, it's horrible.
it was bad.
I would not have been cool with that band.
The origin of it is bad enough. Like I like 2 songs by Saliva now that I'm wiser.
So, how did the imagery of the Powerpuff Girls come to be? There you go.
I really I did pretty much all the designs. I'd like to do art, but I'm not very good. So I just copy other designs and call it pop art.
You're a thief?
Yeah.
Okay, Andy Warhol.
He's a
calm
pop
down.
artist, yes.
Yeah.
I see.
We should put our name on a Campbell suit. That'd be cool.
I just saw Hot by Ziggy, which is a Milwaukee reggae band, is doing a show at a brewery who put their album art on cans. You can, with your tickets, now buy your can of beer that has their stuff on it.
I was thinking of doing that the other day actually. Like rather than doing like a CD or something, just do beer where you buy a beer, you get a
Right, because
download
people
code.
save cans. We're a stunning example.
You can't drink a CD.
Your ears can repeatedly. You can always get drunk on music. Anyways, God, that fell flat, right? Oh, that's the worst kind of beer. So back in December, you were supposed to come so that you could do a CD release. Did you ever get to do a CD release?
No.
Do you have any plans to try to do that? Has the album been released? Like, where do you stand since December when we were first supposed to meet you?
Back in October, we recorded "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," as well as Adam wrote like a second half as an original song. And then the guy got mad because we were only supposed to use public domain songs, so they ended up. We have just "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" on a compilation CD off. I don't remember the record label name, but it's up on our Bandcamp if you want to listen to it.
I'm having a feeling you guys need to eat some more omega-3s so that your memories work better. I'm concerned about your brain levels here. No one can remember shit.
I can't remember the guy that like had us do it, but he was like a third party that had us do a song for a compilation for some.
How did that come to be?
Facebook.
They just reached out to you and you said sure. And
it was just it's one of those posts where like you respond to it and then you end up in a van going to like Florida.
Missing a
people
kidney?
you've never met.
Holy shit.
I am missing a kidney, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Relevant
Oh,
post.
that's story.
Wow. Why?
I donated it to my grandma.
Okay.
It's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's a softie.
So what does that mean in the long term for your, like, I don't know, endocrine systems and immunity?
No, it didn't change anything, really. Actually,
so like you could become diabetic more easily.
oh, if I ate a bunch of sugar, yeah. Yeah, but that was only until my kidney got bigger. But they're like, yeah, my kidney is functioning better than most people with 2 kidneys. And both me and my grandma.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Way to save a life.
Yeah.
What type of other altruistic acts have you done as a band?
Big words.
You want me to talk slower?
No, I'm just like, I don't think we've ever done anything to help other people.
Do you help yourself?
No.
He's a bucket of crabs, you know. They're trying to get out, pulls the other one down.
Hey, man. Oh, crap.
Oh my god. I mean, then you're just kind of left to jerk off, right? Can't give it to myself. I already got what I got. Anyways, take a shower. Don't spread crabs, chlamydia, or any other form of disease. See,
Get tested.
yeah, right? Also, just use universal precautions when you interact with other human beings. Everything could be considered contagious, right? So,
Yeah.
that's your public service.
Life is definitely contagious.
Right, I
It's a
know.
baby.
Yeah, not if you
Don't
make her
I
swallow.
fucking know.
And when she gets
Several
rid of it,
times.
it's called scrambled eggs. Anyways, I like them with ham. So, babies? What? I
Yeah,
don't.
we're close to being a dad rock band, but we refuse to be.
Wait, how? What do you mean you're close to being a dad?
Half of us are fathers.
Half of you? So 2 of the 4. Who's a dad?
I'm a dad.
Okay.
And me.
So,
I'm pregnant.
aww, you're not even old enough to drink. What do you mean you're pregnant? That'll hurt the baby. Come on. You corrupted him so good that he's having children now. So how? That being
We have to
said,
buy cigarettes in Indiana now.
oh my god.
They can't smoke in a car with him.
Does he have a safety seat too? You buckle in a 5-point harness.
Yeah.
Don't let him sit in
He
the
has a little
front.
Kermit the Frog that he sleeps with, and if he doesn't have it, he fucking throws a tantrum, and you will not fucking believe the shit he does. It's fucking wild. We had to fucking slap him in the nose with a newspaper the other day.
Bad boy.
I don't know if we're advocating child abuse or animal abuse, because
Dog
that's what you
training.
do for dog training. Oh my god. Anyways, this leads me to my next question though. With you having children and obligations to now living responsibilities, how supportive are your families in regards to you playing music and going out and doing shows?
For me, it's inexistable.
It's inexistent?
Yeah.
Meaning you don't have any support?
Correct.
Oh.
My sister has come to a couple of. She came to see us open for Aaron Carter.
What?
Yeah, we opened for Aaron Carter once.
Yeah, it was cool. We wore Shaq jerseys.
It was awesome.
That was pretty nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool. How'd you do that?
He knows the guy.
He knows
Yeah,
the
I know
guy.
a guy.
Chase knows the guys.
He's friends with the promoter, so we opened for Aaron Carter U6. We're opening for Doyle for a second time in 2 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks from today.
Did you swallow your pride and choke on the rinds? Right?
The lack of creamy hollow inside, yeah.
I love that. That was like freshman year for me. I put that shit on. I was like, I'm gonna wake up early and I'm gonna run and I'm gonna be fit. And then after the first week, I said, fuck all of this. Now I listen to music to do homework. So, meh. What about you? Do you have support?
Yeah.
Kinda.
No, yeah. We set up everything pretty far in advance. Or we try to do everything either on weeknights like this or
How old is your child?
I have twins, they're almost 3.
Holy shit. And yours?
Mine is 10.
So do you incorporate the 10-year-old into your musical life?
He lives 45 minutes away from me. His mother's a little uncooperative, so it's not.
It's a tumultuous relationship.
It's not so much of a factor because there's not so much, getting to do much with them.
Gotcha. I'm sorry.
It's the way she goes sometimes.
It is. I know. So today, I work in human services, and I recruit foster parents for Racine County. And part of my job is to sit out at the Workforce Center on the second Thursday of every month and have this table. And I get to watch all of the people coming in that need services wander about. I'm listening to this man have a conversation, very upset about baby mama drama. And as he's leaving with his mom, she's like, I told you not to fuck with white women. That's why you need to fuck black women. And I was like, ooh, this is a very awkward conversation at this point. I told you white bitches be crazy. Oh my God.
They do.
So, everybody has the potential to be crazy. I mean, just
Little
say
sixes
it.
and sevens.
Huh?
So they're all just little 6s and 7s.
So, with, the one that comp that you have a song on, where can people get that? Is it released and out?
We have physical CDs of that, and then by the time we leave here, it'll be up on our Bandcamp as well as
Okay.
the record labels.
So, do you have any plans to record? Like, what is the goal for this group?
Go ahead.
No, yeah.
We're currently recording some scratch tracks for Mike to write some drums to. I think the goal's at least by the end of the year or just before the end of the year having
Winter.
something to release. Yeah, winter.
Same.
One of the winters.
One of the
The
winters!
beginning winter.
beginning
start of
winter
winter?
at the latest.
We're in the middle of recording a new album.
So when you go to record, are you guys doing that all of yourself, or have you found a friend who does record, or how does that...
I'm that guy. I'm the sound engineer, and he's going to college to be a sound engineer, and I record a bunch. He's recording a bunch, and
So you will do it all in-house?
yeah.
We've gone and done the whole going to studio, pay $2,000 route.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
where do you come up with money from like that?
all your savings.
All of your...
Tax return.
Yeah?
All your savings.
Yeah.
Is there benefit to doing that, or do you find more benefit in being able to do it yourself?
I think we got
with
our
m-
best. Go ahead.
No.
I think we got our best recordings from not just going to big studio stuff like that.
I think the quality of the actual capture was better in the big studio, but with modern recording technology, it's really democratized recording. So home recording now sounds just about as good as any home studio or any big studio. It's all about what microphones you have, and then it really comes down to mixing. You could record it through a potato, and if it's a good performance, you can mix it and it'll sound amazing. So it really comes down to mixing and mastering.
You have an album and a dinner. All in
I
one.
don't recommend recording through potatoes.
I don't know how that
Lemons
works.
are better.
Lemons?
Yeah, lemons are better than potatoes. Less starch.
But this year, juice. Planning on recording like a covers EP while we're recording this album, just because it's easier to track everything at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty much like the manager of this band. I'm kind of stuck in like the '60s still, and see their model is kind of making sense. Where like all the big bands from the '60s, they didn't start out playing original shows. They played cover shows, and then as they got bigger, they'd throw more and more originals in until they were just playing originals. It's like nowadays, if you want to make money, like especially at the start, you have to play covers.
So how often are you playing out? And when you do play out, this was all original, minus one song this evening, right?
Yeah.
So, when you play out, what's the mix? Are you playing mostly covers and then throwing in a few? Or have you reached a point where you're now just playing you?
I think it depends on the show, because we played shows where it was like cover shows where we played 3 hours in covers and maybe like 2 or 3 originals scattered in there, not too much. But we've also played all original shows like Doyle coming up. We're gonna play almost all originals and like 1 or 2 covers, maybe.
Yeah.
So you know how to play to an audience, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. You're
Yeah.
versatile enough that you can kind of go where you're needed.
Yeah, you have to welcome them in before they realize you're like a punk band, which I'm still like accepting. Because usually like punk, you like think, oh, they don't know how to play their instruments, but then you get into like stuff like the Dead Kennedys were all amazing musicians.
What are your primary influences that have led you to play the music you do?
Started out with Green Day, Blink-182. Mike and I first started playing to the Nimrod album and the American Idiot album.
Just crank American Idiot on a boombox
Yeah,
and play along to it, like literally just like full volume.
it's before.
I'm sure my
everybody knew how
mom
to
was
play
really
guitar.
happy about that.
There was
At least once a week we're doing that. The
yeah,
whole album.
Is that how you learn how to play your instruments?
Yeah.
kind of. I got suspended from school, and I just sat down and learned how to play like a bunch of Green Day songs and a couple classic rock songs, and that's kind of how I ended up starting it. Had a week to do nothing, and I was like, I'll just learn to play guitar.
Wow.
It's time now.
So, what about you, Drew? Like, how did you learn to play instruments?
I sort of so in like the beginning, I was going through like a really tough time. I was like with basketball and everything. I was always there. Like they would play all the time, but I would like always feel like the one that was always like sitting out and stuff like that. And so I kind of like picked up at like 13 the guitar, and I kind of just was just like watching people at first, just seeing like observing how like things are the way they are in music. And I was just like watching videos of like tutorials and stuff, and I ended up learning by myself. And then by like my sophomore and junior year, I was taught by for my classes and stuff Phil Scherger, which he's a really cool dude. He works at Sweetwater and stuff, and he does lessons there as well. And he's kind of like solidified, like, especially with like my solo work with guitars and just with my bass lines, and kind of like taught me like stuff that like I wouldn't have saw if I didn't like go to him. So I really appreciate him for all he's helped me with, and it's pretty much just been from there.
Are you guys in anything else? Or is
I'm
this your
in,
prime?
Yeah, our band's weird. Like everybody fronts their own band.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
his own,
So he fronts this band.
Yeah.
So this is his primary. But Adam, are you in anything else?
I joined like a couple bands for a short time. I was in a band called Shifter for a minute, and I was in a band called the Underwear Bombers for a minute.
The what?
The Underwear Bombers.
After that underwear bomber incident in like 2011, 2012.
It was really shortly after. I didn't,
Okay. So then, do you front a band?
Yes, I have my own band. We're currently making our debut album. We're called Magnus Modus. We do like alternative rock kind of style, and right now we're just like
Yeah,
starting.
with flannels, yeah.
Basically, we sound like flannel, I guess.
Okay.
Jim Blossom.
Soft? Is that, we sound like flannel. That just makes me think of warm soft. Just draw me up a nice hot bath of denim. We're good. Slip right in there. No, anyway. So then you front.
Okay, so I'm in a few other bands, like quite a few. I've been in like 20 to 30 bands by now.
It's
I've been
funny
playing
because he's
since
in
I
like
was like
7
13.
bands.
Yeah. Right now I think I'm only in 5.
Okay, what
Yeah.
bands are you in? Publicity
Currently
Stunt?
Publicity Stunt, Among the Essence. Actually, hold on, I have to stop because I recently left a few bands. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, sorry. Crow County, Silence, which is a Mudvayne tribute, and I'm also in a Slipknot tribute called Subliminal Verses.
Do you wear a mask?
Yeah.
Like, do you guys make your own masks?
No, none of us are that talented to
Oh,
make
sure.
and stuff. But no, we have
up,
we have professionally made masks
Wow.
and the suits and everything. Actually, Trenton over here,
Or
he plays
spiritual
bass in Among the
advisor,
Essence.
Trento
Yeah.
in the corner.
He also plays in the Slipknot tribute with me, and he's in a few other bands and such.
Wow.
But
Crow County's a bluegrass band.
yeah,
Yee.
So do you play harmonica?
no, I play lead guitar and sing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Plays banjo though.
I do play a little bit of banjo. Sam plays banjo way better though.
I was in a rapcore band in college. That was pretty cool.
What's
But,
rapcore?
like
Limp
Rage
Bizkit.
Against the Machine.
What?
Rage Against the Machine.
That's rapcore?
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit.
I need, you can't.
So it's like hard
Don't-
rock, but
Hey,
then
if
the
you
guy's
only
rapping
have
over
one
it.
example that doesn't make a genre, come on.
Kind of few.
No,
Limp Bizkit, Flowbots.
Yeah.
Flow, okay,
It's
yes.
like hard
Anyone
rock.
with a band behind them that just raps, but it's over a different style of music than traditional 4 rap.
Skindred?
Skindred, yeah, that's a great example.
I fucking love Skindred.
Reggae rap.
It was exactly like Skinner.
Anyway, nobody gets out alive. Coronavirus, everybody drink. Hey.
Hey.
Good.
But,
Look it, see?
I think Adam's special, so
So,
I keep coming back.
aw, that's cute.
No,
That's how Drew got
I toured
pregnant.
with. I've toured with a couple of bands, like as a fill-in drummer, and like one of them, like they were living off food stamps and whatever they could get off people they just crashed with. And I was like, I don't want to do that with my life.
Oh.
Like Adam, actually, he writes very good songs, so I want to put all my effort behind it. And I think we work well together. So
So would this be, out of all of your other projects, your primary?
yeah, it's the
Is this an agreed upon sort of mentality? Is this your
I
primary?
consider all my original bands my primary.
Okay.
It sounds like you'd be like, oh, I'm in 7 bands, and he like is barely in them. Like somehow he like is one of the biggest contributors to all the bands he's in.
yeah.
It's
You know why?
bizarre.
Because his kidney's so fucking good. That's why. He's got enough to give to every band.
There's a tip for life. If you want to live hard, you gotta drink a bunch of Everclear. Keeps you clean. Keeps
Right.
you alive.
Yeah, so the realtor that sold us this house, that's what she does. She had me at one point, we would just drink straight Everclear.
Keeps you alive. It's lifeblood.
I'm just saying.
Get in
And
your
it-
veins, you'll never die.
If you've like the best party fun thing to do to throw everybody out is when they're like, let's do shots, and you're like, Everclear. They're like, do you need a chaser? You're like, nope, I'm not going to see. And then they're like,
oh man.
what
And
did you
afterwards they're
do?
like, I can't talk no more.
Right, no. And then you drive home, and then you made it safe. I'm still alive.
You mean you're at the party and then you walk to the driveway and you just wake up in your bed and you're like, where the hell am I?
Oh, I consciously remember all of those things. Because I got lost because there was construction.
But you
And I had to
moved
pee.
and you forgot that you moved and you're back in your old house in someone else's bed and they come home from a trip and they're like, who the hell are you?
Surprise! Lifeblood! We're playing Vikings. All of this is now mine. Just kidding. So, do you guys have merchandise and other albums?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've recorded like 3-4 albums.
Yeah.
Actually, over the past 10 years. We've never been like super happy with them, and it always ends up we take half the songs and then half new ones and then record a new album, and then it's not exactly what we want, so we do that again. So like
we legitimately don't use one song from the very first 2 recordings.
yeah.
Well, we use halfway written, but we almost never use halfway written.
That's because it's only halfway written. It's still half finished.
So we have an album.
That's
from,
the end winter, right?
Yeah.
yeah, we have an album from 2013 that is up on all streaming platforms and everything. We actually plan on remixing and remastering that. The guy that did that used the computer instead of like using the DAW to mix in. He used it just like a tape deck and mixed an analog and mastered an analog at Russian Recording in Bloomington, Indiana. We had a bad day, our 4th day there, and we were kind of upset, and I was just like, here's the money, just give us the recording, we're done, bye. And then, because he did an analog, he can't tweak little things, he'd have to remix everything. So we went and did some overdubs, and I still have all of it. We redid all the bass, we added some extra guitars, some extra vocals, and we're gonna, with Trace, we're gonna remix it all. So that's one project. Earlier this year, you guys heard about like the lacquer factory fire.
Mm-hmm.
Dave from Lucky Lacquers has a 7-inch lacquer on hold for me. When it comes in, I'm gonna buy it off of him. So we're gonna release a 7-inch this year. It'll either be that Christmas song or the last song you heard in our performance tonight. And then Adam wants to do music. I want to push him to help him do music. So he and Drew want to do like an acoustic EP together. We'll use that to allow Adam to go, like push him to go play like bar shows where he just plays acoustic and can make a couple $100 or something.
I'm too shy to hit up places and be like, you guys want a performer?
Why?
I don't know, man. I just can't.
Adam's actually the shyest in the band.
I am. Like,
What?
yeah,
Believe
Is that him?
Believe this or not, I'm
Sorry,
actually
like they felt like they put you on the spot and you were like, I don't want to do this. I have a job because my dad helped me and I don't ever interview and we never talk and I don't mean to be a dickhead.
Drew's really high. Drew's
How's that?
Drew's just quiet, you know, sometimes.
I know that I'm a very
certain
loud
times.
personality.
See,
So
I'm actually usually the loudest and most outgoing and crazy dude in the band.
I wouldn't have ever guessed that one, Kidney. That's just your name now. You need to get a little cute kidney and put it as like a patch somewhere. That would be super cute. He can be like a little bean and he's like this. He's all happy.
Or he's all green and like slimy and falling apart like a zombie.
Why would you want a zombie kidney? Yours isn't, so that would be
I
a
am
fallacy. Own the proudness of your well-functioning kidney. Not everyone can say that they have organs that work well. Just saying.
One of the benefits about this band though is like we're all like really different, but everyone we're not gonna have an argument about I want this band to be this direction or this direction. It's like everybody has their own. If they want to do something else, they have their own other projects that they can do that in.
That's
so
wonderful.
we don't get in arguments about like, if the song doesn't work for us, they can do it in their own thing. Or even if like one of your guys' songs like sound like it'd be good for us, I'd ask that we play it too.
Aww, that would be a neat sort of thing to incorporate other, and that would be unique to have like your other tribute band like show up and do something with this.
Actually, I have an original band, Among the Essence, the one I mentioned earlier. We actually cover and retook a song that I did in another band I did way earlier in my career with my uncle called Jess the Ska, called Six Pack on our last album.
Very cool.
Yeah, example like that, you know, it's just a cool song that just fit our band. We just took it, you know, because it's ours anyways. But
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if you can cover your own music.
Well, you change it a
just
little
play
bit,
it
you know?
differently, right?
yeah, so it's like what Sublime did with like everyone's music.
I
Not
know.
everyone's.
I know.
Listen to their first 2 albums and you're like, this is a cover album.
Kind of. like all of their music. But
Yeah.
it helped kind of push people into like, oh,
Sorry.
this kind of music is okay. Yeah, fourth wave ska. Anyway, I digress because I'm very much a traditionalist when it comes to ska music. I like first and second wave. Third wave is what I
Who would
was.
that be?
Who would first and second wave be? So first wave ska started in the late 50s.
Like the
And
specials and shit. in the
No,
60s.
that's two-tone. That's second wave. So first wave is Jamaica based only. So you Laurel Aitken, Prince Buster, Jimmy Cliff, and even Bob Marley, who then became popular. Jimmy Cliff recorded Bob Marley first and saw talent in him. Bob Marley was kind of a thief and then started stealing other performers so that he could make the Wailers, which gained popularity and pushed reggae music into Europe. At that time, you then had an uprising because of the war, and punk was also formed off of that, which led to two-tone ska, which is where you get like the Madness and the Specials, and their whole focus during that time was unity. Every fucking two-tone band that you hear will have black and white players because their whole focus was to unify people, because ska was originally created as the revolutionary music of Jamaica to break them into independence from Britain. The more you know.
Even though they all migrated to Britain because they're technically citizens.
They didn't all migrate
Well,
to
not
Britain.
all, but
No,
a
that
lot
was
of them
why
were able to.
they have dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks slavery, but anyways, that was why that music came to be. Instead of trying to fight the system in such a violent way, they said, we'll just form a whole genre of music. And it did lead to their independence. Now, Jamaica itself still has a lot of, cyclical violence that has come from that, as does a lot of other countries that have gained independence from the white captors that have imprisoned them, such as South Africa. So, I digress, of course. And it became third wave when it came here in the 70s and 80s, and it hit the East Coast, and you had bands like the Skoydats and the Toasters, again, picking up very much of the influence of two-tone, but incorporating a lot more punk into it, so it became ska punk. And then when it went into the 90s, into the West Coast, you have fourth wave ska. And so a lot of people would argue currently that there is a fifth wave, which is Latin America, and that has started to grow in popularity. So now that you've had a history lesson on that, yeah, that's what I like.
How do you feel about 80s Clash?
80s Clash? Ooh, I do like the Clash, but I don't know. Again, I don't like, my music is very broad, so like there's things I like here, but then there's other things I don't like here. Like everybody iconically is, oh, Sex Pistols, I love the Sex Pistols.
They're a good boy band.
They're a boy band, and that needs to kind of, like, little kids who are like, I like punk music, and they start getting it, like, middle school, everyone was like, Sid Vicious, and you're like, you do realize that this was just,
The horrible guy.
Yeah, like-
Lingerie boy
Going
band.
through those
Yeah.
motions.
He is the worst bassist of all time. Doesn't even know how to play.
he didn't know how to play.
Yeah.
You learned one
80s
night.
Clash is like white boy
Allegedly.
reggae.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But you have UB40, which everybody kind of denounces because of red wine, but they started way back before that song even was a popular thing. So, you know, it's unfortunate that sometimes the way that we learn about music is because of the one thing that most of the people like about them. I like that analogy. Boy, reggae. You mean like Hot by Ziggy? Buy their beer! Just saying. I mean, there's a lot, even within that old music scene, there's a lot of argument about if you're allowed and entitled to play this music. And if we go way, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Bob Marley lately, and even listening to that music is like, it was very separatist. It was a reaction to being in slavery, and we're pissed off, and fuck you white people. We don't want the bald heads to take over anything else. Fuck you. The kingdom of heaven belongs to us. And so within every single sect of humanity, there is a way to separate people. Why we do this show and why I will continue to exist as a human being is, my theory is, get rid of race. We're all people. that's a very hard
There's
concept.
only one race, the human race.
There is, and there is a lot of argument that would say that because of my privilege being white, I'm allowed to say that, but I know lots of other people of color who also agree with me that in order to get past anything, because you can never say sorry enough for the injustices we've caused, we have to get past what color we are, and the eugenic idea of race, and push past into we are a genus, we are a species, we are human. So, any other questions for me?
Be decent.
Be decent people. Wash your hands. Get checked.
Remember,
We've
kids,
learned a lot of
it
things
wants
this
to-
evening.
What's more than you
Merchandise. You didn't talk about that. Do you have
My-
T-shirts? Do you
yeah,
have
we
stickers? Do you have
a bunch of
buttons?
shirts.
Buttons, stickers.
So we have Powerpuff Girls logo you saw on the bass drum, maybe.
We have
Depends how big Drew's legs are, and where the camera's angled.
Kinda small.
We have
Nurse Joy shirt.
yeah, we have a shirt with Nurse Joy on it for First Crush.
We got an Officer Jenny sticker coming.
And we have an Officer Jenny sticker coming for Tail Whip.
Pokemon nerds.
He's a Pokemaniac.
I can tell you all kinds of shit, dude.
Don't talk to their children.
There was a black metal band, a black and death metal band from Michigan City that were cooler than us
Yeah.
and didn't really hang out with us or let us really talk to them much. And they did these black on black shirts with their logo that I thought were actually cool. So we did some of those, but instead of just leaving it
They're
black
so
on black,
cool you can't even read the fucked up letters.
we have some black on black, but
They just
we
put
also
black shirts and called them.
I tie-dyed them with bleach, so they actually look pretty cool. They're like a tiger stripe.
Ooh.
And then we have some tie-dyed ones with like a death metal logo that you'll see on our Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that. So you don't have any consistent imagery.
It's like
No, so if you're an artist out there, for the love of God, help me. I want
Seriously.
like
I'm gonna let you in on a
We
secret.
want original.
We're all in house, and we can point you to multiple directions. That one is our artist. So he's done multiple logos and different things for the bands who've walked
See, the
through.
camera can't see him. They have no clue where we're
Not
talking
that-
They know he exists there.
not that I want a
They pointed
Pokemon
shit.
Punk or a Ramones logo or a Misfits
Yes.
Fiend Skull,
Wait a minute.
Fiend Skull,
Yeah.
or an Eddie, but I want an Eddie or Pokemon Punk or
But like,
any kind of just general actual imagery for the band would be nice.
oh, like
Rather
a
than just
consistent
brand,
theme.
Yes. Or an
It's
actual logo that isn't
He's
just
actually lying. This is a
ironic.
publicity stunt.
Nothing
Although
makes
I
sense
do-
tonight. Brought to
I
you
am
by.
excited
Not
for
even a band.
an upcoming shirt. It'll be
No.
like the Descendants logo, but it'll be Kip from Napoleon Dynamite, my favorite movie, and it'll say your mom went to college. That'll be coming out.
Wait a
soon.
second. Will you also then at shows have tots in your pocket to hand out with the shirt?
He
You
will.
gotta do that.
He'll have
That
the
sounds
tots.
like a publicity stunt.
I know, but it also sounds good. Trust me, we did that once. He did that once.
I'm not sharing.
That's like a
That's-
save.
In April, there's like a Napoleon Dynamite screening at IU Bloomington, and if you pay a bunch of money, you can play catch with Uncle Rico. And I'm not sure if I should do it or not. You get a
The
signed
publicity
poster too,
stunt, though.
but
Dude,
please comment whether
you should do that.
it's a once in a lifetime thing to play catch with Uncle Rico for
That's
that
pretty
football
awesome.
over the mountains.
What upcoming shows do you have? After you leave here tonight, what does this look like? Where can people catch you?
Yeah,
Let's
look
pull
on my
out the
phone.
calendar.
Yeah. See here.
We did mention the we're opening for Doyle.
That's cool.
On the 26th.
Where's that?
The Hobart Art Theater in
Hobart, Indiana.
Hobart, Indiana.
And we got on 7/18. We got the class reunion.
Yeah, so I hit up some dude, the old class president for my high school, and I think we're playing the 10th high school reunion.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't talk to most of the people or pay attention to them, but, I mean, why not just go back and play to them?
This is
Not
July
even
18th.
paying.
Play to a couple
What's
hundred
July
people.
18th?
The class reunion. And then July 31st, we're supposed to play Friendship Gardens for.
Yeah, there's a
Battle of
battle.
Bands.
Yeah, battle of bands in Michigan City. We'll be playing.
Where's Michigan City in Like,
It's right next to Michigan. It's on the border of like.
It was in Michigan once.
You're like
Indiana fought Michigan for it.
wow.
like a 5 to 10 minute drive from
New
New
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Adam used to
Okay.
live like 2 miles from Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh. So, like, as you cross right into Indiana, which is usually Hammond,
Yeah.
you're really
Yeah.
close to there.
Yeah, you keep going and then
Past
like
the stank.
you follow 94.
Gotcha. So you swoop
Like-
back up towards
Yeah,
the
and then
It's like the best place in Indiana.
Chesterton, Michigan City.
Like the one beach town
Rich
in
people.
Indiana.
Yeah, it's
Was the Crow? Indiana Beach.
Oh no, that's in the middle.
Oh,
that's
that's-
like.
I
That's
know.
gone.
It's not. It's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went bankrupt.
No. Someone in the town's trying to buy it. Like a
I was
rich
gonna say, how the
Right.
fuck does water and sand disappear?
Exactly.
Oh, it's-
It is. It's too expensive. They're just like, we're done. But yeah, someone's supposed to be buying it. I was told, but
Oh no, Indiana Beach is like a cornfield.
Michigan City was like the best place to live in
That's in
Indiana if
Monticello.
you were trying to
That's in
drink
the
on
middle of
Sundays.
nowhere.
Because for a long time you couldn't drink on Sundays in Indiana, so Michigan City was like the best place to live. You're right there next to New
Yeah,
Buffalo.
you
You
could
drive
drive 2
for 10
miles.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you on the weird cusp of the time zone difference?
Yeah.
Ah, geography.
We're about 15 minutes away from it.
Okay.
I would when I lived
You weren't
at
you?
my dad's in
Yeah, I live in Eastern
2014
time.
or 15 or 16, whichever one. I would like.
That's not like a span.
I'm gonna go with
He
16.
is sure there was a time when he did this.
The thing is, like, when I was living in the basement at my dad's, I would have to set 2 alarms because he was so close to Michigan that, like, I would put my phone on my, like, nightstand. It would say one time, and I would take it off the charger, put it on my bed, and do a different
Stupid
time.
old phones and switch
Yeah,
times.
dude.
Wow.
I had to, like, put on my
Wow, that
Xbox
was
to know what time it actually was, so I wouldn't be late to work.
It's a problem. You have to set your phone to one specific time zone. where
So
we're
you're
at.
in Eastern?
I moved to Mishawaka,
Okay.
the Princess City.
What?
No, it's some crap about some Indian chief's daughter is the name of the city. I live in South Bend, pretty much.
Okay.
Mayor Pete sucks. Anyway,
So, with that being said, your next show is the 26th. People can find you after this evening on different streaming platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram.
under Publicity Stunt banned for everything.
Yes. Do you have a website? Can people buy
We
your
will
merch
soon.
on any of that?
Yes, on Bandcamp.
Okay.
They can also track Mike down aggressively and knock on his door and buy merch.
Yeah, or just messages on Facebook, whatever. I'll
Well, I
find
mean,
you.
yeah, whatever's easier. I mean, just go to his house. That's what I'm saying.
Just go to his house. In closing, do you have shout outs for anybody?
Fake boys rule.
Listen to the Fake Boys, dude. They're freaking lit.
Tater over here.
I like them.
Yeah, he's quiet. Pretty chill.
Taters over there. Listen to Among the Essence.
Come on, yes.
Well,
American
we would
Garage
if
Company.
they actually booked a
Sponsor.
booked a show here. You know, we have available dates in April and June currently.
We have
and
available dates in April and June as well.
hey, you should check our calendar. We can talk dates. Also, we book for Union Park Tavern, which is a local business here that works in collaboration. They've hired us to actually allow our show to be there on the third Sunday of every month. It is a guarantee. Bands get paid. So
Wait, what?
Ev, it is a guarantee. Bands get paid on Sunday night to come play. We do all of the promotion and such things. We ask that you bring somebody to come with you, like bring a friend, so that we show that this is actually a growing, organic sort of thing. Kif does all the artwork. We have independent artist who shows up every week so that they make money too, and it is music and art from 9 p.m. till 12 a.m. Kenosha, Wisconsin. We will be there on Sunday night with Josie Spoons, Michael Dean Warren, and Some Kind of Nightmare from California. So, if interested in any of the above, feel free to shoot us a message, give us a shout. We also play new music on Tuesday nights, so you can always help promote other human beings you enjoy by sending us their music as well. And without further ado, we will leave you this evening. Holy shit, it's the 19th already next week, and we have Murder Generation. They've got a bunch of new shit. They're about to go on tour, and so that will be fun. To end the month, we have Man Random coming, another Milwaukee band, and you can come in person.
Stupid fascist.
Oh shit! That's next Friday too, the 20th. Stupid Fascist. Holy fuck, these guys are awesome.
That's an awesome band.
Yes. They're from upstate Wisconsin, upstate. I forget where because it's like hours
north.
away, which is why we're gonna do
north.
upstate. That's what New Yorkians say, right? Anyway.
It's up north.
What else? I think that's it. We got a bunch of other shows we're going to be at. The Union Park shows will not be live. They will be recorded, but they will be an undercut special. You will have to watch the YouTube channel as to when they are released so that you can watch those. The whole idea being that you actually show the fuck up. They're free. The bands get paid. So come do that and support local music, art, etc. So, good night!
Smoke meth, hail Satan. Aaron Carter's not a kid anymore.
Bad haircuts. Quiet kid. Go.
Bye.